can't play any more of that song or it'll get copyright struck, but you get the idea, right? Goblin Bikers. They're pretty neat. And they're bikers, they're goblins, they've got a boss monster named Big Gabonga. What else could you want from an archetype? Cards that don't suck? Well, I suppose that would be nice, but, 3 out of 4 ain't bad. I'm Hardleg Joe, if you didn't know, and each month I climb the Master Duel ladder with a different deck as chosen by my patrons. This month they've decided that I've got to head out on the highway with Goblin Bikers, a rank 3 Ixie deck themed all around sucking up the opponent's monsters as Ixie material. You get it? You get it? In addition to having some badass art and mysterious lore implications, this deck also serves as a hard counter to other Ixie strategies, which would be really awesome if any of the top decks right now were Ixie focused, but unfortunately we don't get to play anti-meta this month. Instead, I've got to dive headfirst into Blue Eyes Primite Fiendsmith format with a deck that loses to every hand trap, but especially Max C. It won't be easy, but maybe if I go wild and bash some heads, I can break out of Diamond and drive my way into Master. Sorry, I don't know what came over me. Anyway, let's do this. Grab a snack and lean on back, because it's ladder climb time. And welcome back to Ladder Climb, ladies and non-ladies. As the intro said, I am a Hardleg Joe, and we're indeed playing Goblin Bikers today. It's gonna be a goblin-tastic time. I got my little biking goggles, I'm ready to go on things. It's gonna be a fun adventure. Even Critter is... Where did that hat come from? Has that hat... I don't remember putting that hat there. That hat has... I don't know what that has to do with goblins. That wouldn't have anything to do with goblins. No, we're biking. We're bikers today. But anyway, we can't let that distract us. Let's go ahead and jump on into things, starting with the deck itself. If you don't know, I like to give a little overview before we start the duels, give people an idea of what this deck is, what its playstyle is, what it tries to accomplish. If you're already well aware of Goblin Bikers, if you're familiar with them, you can use the time codes below and skip ahead to the first duel or any duel if you want. Although before you go, I just want to say if you appreciate what I do here with the time codes, with these long videos, with the explainers, consider joining my Patreon. I would appreciate it. Just $1 a month really helps out. It all adds up and everything, and allows me to spend more time trying to make these decks better, and of course afford silly props like these little goggles and stuff like that. But anyway, without further ado, let's jump into it. So the playstyle of Goblin Bikers at its core is incredibly simple. It's an Ixie deck in the very classical sense. If you didn't play Yu-Gi-Oh in that era, all you wanted to do was get 2 monsters with the same level on the field and then overlay them to make an Ixie. And that's what we're doing. In this case, we make rank 3s. All the Goblin Bikers are level 3 monsters, and then we've got a whole bunch of extenders like Terror Top, like the Psychic Tracker and Psychic Wielder, Tour Guide from the Underworld. We've got Emergency Teleport, which can get these, as well as Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit, all level 3s, all that special summon themselves to the field. That is 50% of the deck, and everything that's not that is either a generic hand trap, or some kind of garnet that we need, or something to stop us from being hand trapped, because like so many decks, we lose very hard to Max C. This is a deck that wants to spit a whole bunch of monsters onto the field in one turn, so Max C just kills us in half. There's not a lot we can do with that. Even making 1 Ixie summon requires 3 special summons. So just Pot of Greed on top of everything. We're gonna try our best though. If you're curious why we're playing more than 40 cards, it's because we have a lot of cards that we don't want to draw. Specifically, most of the Goblin Bikers, they have a lot of ability to get these cards out of the deck and either put them onto the field directly or attach them to another monster. and you really don't want to draw most of them. You'd rather search them or get them off of some other kind of effect. You'd prefer to draw something like Tour Guide, where as soon as you summon it, it gets you another level 3 and then you can overlay. What we're doing here is basically increasing our ratios of starters and hand traps to the non-starters in our deck. As for what we're actually trying to do with all these 3s, we've got a whole bunch of tools, but the main one, and the only one I'm really going to explain, is Goblin Biker Big Gabonga. This can be made with any 2 level 3 monsters, 2100 attack, and it has 3 effects. First, when it's Ixie summoned, add a goblin from your deck to your hand. This is essential for continuing your combos and letting you get to bigger and better things. So much so that we're actually keeping track of it up there. I think that our win rate is going to be so tied to how often we can resolve Big Gabonga that we put a counter up when it actually goes off. If we can resolve this without it getting hand trapped, that is a cowabonga, and we are on track to hopefully win. Now, in addition to that, if a material is detached from a monster on the field, you can target any monster on the field except this card and attach it to Big Gabonga as material. This is going to be one of your main sources of removal, and it's why a lot of people jokingly say Goblin Bikers suck, because attaching another monster as material is often called sucking up a monster in Yu-Gi-Oh! In addition, during the end phase, you can attach one goblin monster from your deck to this card as material. So you're almost always going to have access to material that you can detach, and the one that you want to use the most is this one, Goblin Bikers Gone Wild. This is another one of those goblins that's like kind of a brick, kind of a starter. It's a level 6, so it makes things a little awkward. It has a really cool effect when it's summoned, which we can do. I'll talk about that during the actual duels. Most importantly, if this card is sent to the graveyard, you can target one card on the field, attach it to a Goblin Ixie you control. So what this means is that if you have Goblin Bikers Gone Wild attached to Big Gabonga, and then you use some effect to detach it, Goblin Bikers Gone Wild will trigger, allowing you to get any card your opponent controls and put it on Big Gabonga, and then Big Gabonga itself will trigger, allowing you to get a monster and attach it. So you're getting 2 removals for the price of 1. And that's generally how we win the resource game. It's just slurping up more cards, gobbling them up if you will, and then slowly gaining resource by bringing back cards, by detaching those monsters that we previously sucked up. We also do have a couple rank 6s that we can make using our level 6 Druis Worm and the Goblin Bikers Gone Wild. We've also got a searchable spell that lets us target 2 goblins and like combine their levels or make one the level of the other. So we can easily make rank 6s if we need to, but these are kind of like niche toolbox cards for specific situations, so we'll just go over them if I actually summon them in a duel. Same thing with this one synchro. Like, we do have some level 3 tuners, so we can make like level 6 synchros. I thought this one was neat. It's got a pretty cool effect, especially going second, but who knows if we'll actually use it. And yeah, that's pretty much the deck. Spam level 3s onto the field, make Big Gabonga as much as possible, and then use hand traps to control the field from there. Will it work very well? Who knows? It's possible that we'll have to later on add a Fiendsmith engine into this. That's what a lot of people do, especially on Master Duel, where Fiendsmith is still pretty much at full power. That does also give us access to like more level 6s and more rank 6s and more links. But right now I want to start out pure, see what we can do with just Goblin Bikers by themselves before we add in a strong meta engine. So this is Goblin Bikers Mark 1 jumping onto the ladder. Standard Season 41 has begun. First duel of the entire episode, and we've lost the coin toss. That's not good. I almost made the counter this month, coin tosses, because we are not good going second. We could play quite a few hand traps, but not enough to really disrupt things. That being said, this is a pretty darn good hand. 3 disruptions, 2 starters. It's just like we wrote it up. And we're up against Ice Barrier. While this monster is face up on the field, you say? What if it wasn't face up on the field? Can't get too cocky. They still got some stuff. But we got to retain the Ash. I guess we didn't need to retain the Ash. Let's do this and see if they have Ash. Alright! See, that's thinking ahead. If they had ashed this, we would have been in a much worse condition. Now, if either of these is in perm, we're still stuck. But Doug Charger, when summoned, lets me search. And we can get Grand Breakout. Let me break out. Let me break out. So this is tribute any monster you control. Summon another Goblin Biker from the deck. Ah, I see. Unfortunate. I will set infinite impermanence then, and pass my turn. But yeah, there's a Goblin Biker called Clattersploder, which is again one of those ones you don't want to draw in your opening hand, but its effect is when it's summoned, summon a goblin out of the graveyard. So if you get Clatter, you can bring back Doug, and then you've got a rank 3. Not what I wanted to see. We've got 2 Ashes. We set 1. It's a level 3. If they still pass, then next turn we can normal summon the other one, make Big Gabongo with 2 Ashes. Heavy Storm. Yeah, that's fine. 2 for 1? What is this, the event? Okay. Yeah, I'll ash that. Granted, now I can't make Big Gabonga, but half of my deck is, well, it don't matter. I can think of probably no worse indictment of the problems with the Master Duel format. I mean, we didn't see a bunch of broken cards, but because there's so many broken cards in the format, there's no ability to, like, play through what your opponent's board might be. You really have to, like, stop them from making a board, which means every deck that wants to succeed has to play 15 Handtraps. And because of that, games are decided entirely by the Handtrap wars before anything actually gets started. How often will that happen, and how often will we actually get to summon goblins? Only time will tell. Alright, we get to go first, finally. Now the question is, will our hand be able to resolve, or will we get hand-trapped into a million years? Or will we somehow brick? That ain't a brick. Also, interesting name. 1/2 to the power of 23. Any mathematicians in the audience? See if you can figure that out. Let's go ahead. We'll use Terratop. Ash Blossom. Okay. Is Terratop once per turn? Yes. Okay. And then they just surrendered, I guess. Sure, why not? I'm gonna include that one, just because I'm curious if people can figure out the name. Fujiorta. Oh, I love that song. Ooh, they're letting me go first. I see. That's the song that goes like... So we got Doug Charger. Doug's one-card starter. It's not the best starter. You'd kind of prefer not to, but it is still a starter. Searches a goblin hand trap. Max C. Fortunately, we drew the Ash. We're just the better gamer. What can I say? Imperm. Okay, so they're trying to negate the Doug Charger. Fortunately, we also drew the Grand Bash, so we can activate that now. Tribute out of a monster, summon a Goblin Biker from the deck. It's no longer on the field, so the Imperm doesn't resolve. But they had a Dominus Impulse. But we have the emergency teleport, so we can get another level 3 anyway. Now, that being said, I think I was a bit too hasty there. Because none of these other cards help me. And this just searches a card. I think my real hope was just that they would surrender. Yep. That was a waste of E-Telly. I got too excited. I was like, I just want to change stuff. But they're on 3 cards. What are the chances that they have an opener, chat? I'm starting to think we might want the Punk Engine. Why? What would the Punk Engine add? Like, what would I replace the Punk Engine with? Oh, I could get Xiamen off of the emergency teleport. Alright. They didn't normal Pydra. So these are both good, but they kind of work with each other. This gets me back the Doug, which lets me go off. This summons a Goblin Biker from the deck. It also has more attack. So if it doesn't work, like if it gets impermed or whatever, then at least I have a 2400. And it wasn't impermed, so we're good. We get the Douglas. Douglas effect. We get the... Ooh, we get the Grand Bash. Grand Bash lets us normal summon again. It also gives our Goblin Bikers a nice attack boost. I think it's, what, 300 for every Goblin I control? And now I could make Big Gabonga, but I've done 5 summons and I have 11,000 damage on board. So I guess we'll never learn if Big Gabonga is here. We're just going to OTK them here. Because I don't want to play into Nibiru if I don't have to. Alright, 3 Handtraps. You don't want to open with Sploder, but since we got Tracker, that does make Big Gabonga. Ah, it's one of those hands, eh? I can make the Link 1 Blue Eyes. And we Imperm this. Imperm plays around triple attack. It plays around the fact that they might have like a called by. Maybe I should have done Effect Veiler because I can activate it during their turn. Alright, they got the True Light. Set a spell. Show me wishes! Yes! 2 for 1, 2 for 1. None of us are having fun. All your plays are being stopped. And let's hope that's enough. Okie dokie! What could those traps be? Probably Imperm, maybe the one thing? Alright, that's a better. We can start with the Tour Guide. That's a 1 card, rank 3. Imperm. Alright. They have ashed the Tour Guide, which is unfortunate. However, we still have Psychic Tracker. This says if you control a level 3 monster, you can special summon it. Bam. And then we can finally overlay for the biggest, the greatest, the Goblin Biker champion. Welcome to the field, Big Gabonga. Bonk. Will the effect resolved? Ah! We're never gonna get this! A sad state of affairs, to be certain. Okay. We get to go first. We have a lot of stuff we can do. Special summon. Give me my Takatomborg. We're gonna special summon the Takatomborg. We're gonna go first, and we're gonna make Bamboozling Gossip Shadow. And that way we're protected against Handtraps and stuff. Then we're going to Mean Merciless, because we happen to open with it. Let's go wild. Doug Charger. I'm suspicious. Anytime I don't get hand trapped, I start to get really worried. Let's get the Grand Bash, or the Grand Breakout. And we'll go ahead and make Big Gabonga. Will it resolve in a duel that isn't against Tenpai? Where, like, it doesn't matter because they had all the board breakers. Cowabunga? Yeah, we did it. We already dug Chargered, so let's get Boom Mock. Add one to the Cowabunga counter. We're going to break out. We're going to tribute the Big Gabonga. I should have Boom Mocked first. It's fine. We're gonna get our Clatter Sploder. Clatter Sploder is going to bring back the Big Gabonga. Because it doesn't need material to do stuff. Make IP with these two. There may have been a better... The thing about the Goblin Bikers is because all you've got is like a million cards that say, you know, special summon a level 3, your board states are really unpredictable. It's like a non-linear game plan. But this still represents like 4 disruptions. We got Big Gabonga with the Gone Wild attached. We've got 2 different ways to trigger it. We've got the Imperm, we've got the IP, we've got Bamboozling Gossip Shadow. Okay, we're going for Diabell Star. They're getting Deception. That'll get rid of 1 less card. Interesting. Lore Duel? This might be a Lore Duel. Okay, they're going for more Sinful Spoils cards. They didn't make the negate. Subversion? I didn't think people still played Subversion. We're gonna activate Clatter Sploder in the graveyard. Since the Bamboozler's leaving anyway, we can detach a material from it. We can summon her. That'll go into the back rooms. Then that triggers Big Gabonga because a card was detached, so we can get rid of this. And then Clatter Sploder activates, letting us get Gone Wild out of the graveyard. Called by on the Gone Wild. That's really unfortunate, because that means now we don't also have the effect if we detach from Gabonga. That's what I was hoping. Boom Mock can detach, and then we would get another Slurp. We do still have 2 disruptions, chat. It's not over yet. We're not out of this ball game, not by half. Okay, so they're gonna tract. Add the Engraver. They already had Lurie. Lurie effect. Lurie comes back. I think the play here is SP banish the Lurie. Because they don't have any other light fiends to summon back the Engraver. And that just kind of like stops the combo. So use these 2. We make Spa. Spa effect. Banish this. They get to draw 1 card. Bonfire. Have they not normal summoned yet? Oh, it doesn't matter. Popular. They're about to be popular. Yeah, we have to Imperm that. If nothing else, we can't let them get back to the Subversion so they could move Gabonga into the back rooms. They hadn't normal summoned yet. They can't get over a Gabonga though. So they get rid of the SP. Oh wait. Banish detached materials from goblins. All monsters your opponent controls lose 1,000 for each material detached. Surprise! Secret effect! 800. All right, there you go. If you go first and you resolve Big Gabonga and you don't fuck up too badly, you can beat the Snake Eye Fiendsmith Azamina deck. It's just you have to do all those things first. I'm ready. I'm prepared. I've got Big Opener. If they Ash or Imperm this, we could Psychic Tracker and still make Gabonga. Gabong. If you have it, their effect will be negated, but if you have another Goblin Biker in hand, it's probably better to make her. Go and summon this while we can. And now, the moment of truth. Will we get a Cowabunga or a Big Gabummer? Activate the effect! Big Gabonga! Oh, we did it! Douglas Charger! I don't think I've actually been able to show this effect yet, but if you activate Douglas, he can detach a monster from an Ixie to summon himself. So he's an extender and a starter, but he's way better as an extender, because then you get a monster on the field plus other stuff. So let's go ahead and grab our Grand Bash. Let's go ahead, because we haven't seen anything. I want to bamboozle, play around any Nibiru we might have to run into. Summon her. Use her effect. It's a pity that we won't get the Clatter Sploder, like, advantage. Ideally, you want to, like, send Gabonga off with, like, the breakout and then summon this and then do stuff. But with this hand, it just wasn't really viable. Instead, we're going to go ahead and do the Armor Ixie stuff. Torpedo! Pew pew! Detach 2. And then just having That's a hell of a draw! Just having Clatter Sploder in the graveyard for the opponent's turn will ensure that we have the ability to trigger Big Gabonga. And then we can detach this. We can add our Armored Ixie unit. The one frustrating thing about playing this on Master Duel is that anytime an Ixie detaches, Gabonga is like, you want me to slurp up your own cards? And I'm like, no. No, I'd prefer if you didn't. Okay. And then we set this, and instead of using this as an extender, we can use this to help bait some interaction. So we've got so much stuff, chat. This is 2 disruptions, this is a disruption, this is a negate. We got Max C, Ghost Ogre, plus a Bestial. It's crazy. We're crazy. Evenly matched coming, yes. I'm sorry. Metalfoes? Metalfoes, chat. Now that's a name I haven't seen in forever. Complete pendulum scales. I'm gonna have to max you here, I'm sorry. We could have had a much more back and forth game potentially, but the Master Duel ban list is silly.
A few minutes later.
Now that we have 2 level 6s, we can full armor Ixie. We can make Goblins Crazy Beast, and then that lets it's during the opponent's turn you can slurp up spell traps they control. So we just had everything. We just had everything, and it's unfortunate that we only got to show it against. I mean, I do gotta give it to him. I don't know how you got into Diamond playing fucking Metalfoes. I mean, you have Diabellstar. I guess Azamina Metalfoes? Azametalfoes? I guess that kind of makes sense. Cheney Telly. Ash. Okay. So here's the thing, chat. They're now down 2 cards. You don't really have an off-ramp in this deck. Everything you do involves Ixie summoning and making, like, even if I normal summon Terratop, special summon Takatomborg, make Big Gabonga, and then pass on that with no way to trigger it, I'm giving them 2 cards. I'm re-giving them the resources they spent. If I pass on this, I have 2 negates with Imperm for 4 of their cards and a million things to follow up for next turn. And I think that's the best way to do it. Yep, 2 negates isn't much these days, especially when, Blue Eyes. Like, Ether Barrel by itself is gonna eat up 2 negates. Because now they're gonna make the fucking thing. And then if they have, like... You know what? We allow them to summon Blue Eyes if they really want to. We already know they have this. If I could keep them off of this, then it would be worth it. Okay. Alright. I gotta assume that's Majesty. Let's special summon this. Activate. Drollen Lock. Now my Gabonga can't activate even if I wanted to. Special summon this. We take a lot of damage, but they can't target this or destroy it. Drill Beam, but you can't target it. You can Drill Beam Mausoleum of White if you want. That's a neat trick, right? Yep. That certainly is a neat trick. Going first makes me feel alive. I go first. Every extension. Feel the terror of my top. Do you think I care? I do not care. 0 cares given. Behold, Psychic Tracker. We don't have the ability to make another rank 3, not without giving up stuff, so we must try. Will we get a Cowabunga? Search me. Bring forth Douglas. Ah! That's the worst thing it could have been. Normal summon. Bring back Big Gabonga. So we're gonna make the Ixie Armor Fortress. We're going to detach to get our trap. We're gonna make this. And then we're gonna do the Grand Entrance. To summon Doug. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. We're gonna get this, and then we're going to make the second Gabonga. We'll use this because we need to get Clatter Sploder into the graveyard, so we can trigger Big Gabonga and then add a card from our graveyard to our hand. And that's how, through 2 hand traps, we ended on Big Gabonga and this. And turn, we attach Gone Wild. We're going wild. They've got 4 cards and all Blue Eyes stuff. So probably Blue Eyes? That looks like Blue Eyes. Yeah, you know what? We're gonna do this now, actually. I don't want them to be able to summon Blue Eyes. So we're going to detach the Gone Wild and summon the Clatter. They're going to get the Ether Barrel. Clatter is going to bring back the Gone Wild. And the Gone Wild is going to absorb this. So we get to slurp up the Primite. We get this. We activate, and we're gonna get, once Boom-Mock is on the field, we're gonna activate full Armored Ixie, and we're gonna make Cicada King. No, no, no! My bug says get out of here. Change the battle position? No. And then that triggers the big Gabonga, so we can also keep them off of getting the Link 1. And it's as easy as that. That's how we wrote it up. That's how the Gabongas go. All right, it's been a long day, but one more win and we rank up into Diamond 4. We've got this. I believe in me, What are you doing here? Why is this here? Why do you keep taunting me? You won't let me go! I just want to live in peace! Oh! 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 Goblin Joe lives again. He's been called back from the Beyonderlands by the goblins themselves, and he will defeat Maxi. And by he, it's me. I'm Goblin Joe. I got a staff and a hat. All right, going first against some name that shan't be spoken. That which knows what cannot be known. Who among you has lived among the elves, sniffed their feet, and known what lies between their toes? Ah, many starters. Things are beginning to make sense. Go forth, tour guide. Give our opponents a tour of hell. Yes, Gabonga. Bonging all over the place. Mean merciless, I will be merciless. Call forth from the grand designs. Big Gabonga rides again. Behold! Fetch me the Douglas Charger. Oh, we're charging, folks. Charging into a brand new unknown. Ha! The combo that Millennium has dreamt about. Detach the mean merciless. To hell with you. For Douglas will get what all we need. All the cards we desire. The grand breakout. Yes, this will be grand indeed. For then we will activate Mean Merciless. Detach from Great Gabonga. Send the tour guide back where she belongs. Merciless summon. Merciless effect. Goblins, it is time to go wild. No, it can't be. The rocks were forsaken. Sent back from where they belonged. No, they can't have rocks. They wouldn't bring rocks. Oh, the rocks. I need it. I must have it. It's demanded of me. We don't need the effect. The effect is fine. Oh, they do not know. We can protection. We can bamboozle them with a wee little bamboozler just jumping about with his head full of eyeballs. Oh, you've been bamboozled, Sonny Jim. You've been bamboozled like the best of them. Yes, this is an emergency. We will teleport in. Bring forth the wheel. The mighty wheel. Oh, you think the goblins know not of wheels. You see them riding creatures of fur and flesh, but they understand the wheel. They invented it while you were still learning your ABCs. Armored Torpedo will search. More cards. More advantage. All to the graveyard. Clatter Sploder is ready. Ready to launch forward when you least expect it. Ooh, but Armored Torpedo isn't done. It must grow like Rita Repulsa in her prime, bringing forth ever larger monsters to deal with certain teenagers with attitude. Oh, how quaint, how very quaint. Ooh, full armored Ixie. Oh, we will be full of armor, friends. Just you wait and see. Now, for the greatest. Yes, the Lancer. Like Lancelot of old. And then, we set. We set. We set. Oh, we set. All the cards we will set. And end our turn. Oh, oh, my sweet summer child, you will learn. A Magnamut. A Magnamut is all you have. Fine. Fine, fine. Grab your little mutt. I have no need of the tour guide. She has served her purpose. Attach the Gone Wild. Prepare the weapon. Are we a bit of a bamboozler, chat? Yes. Yes, we are. I think we'll bamboozle. Just a little bit. Just from time to time. One less card to worry about. If this is Tenpai, we wouldn't want them to have a dragon, would we? Oh, and did something get detached? Well, I might as well make use of my one-time effect. Gobbled. That's what goblins do. They're gobblers. Oh, how they gobble like the turkeys of old. Primite. Oh, silly, silly. Go ahead. Fetch your Primite. The Ether Barrel. I see. We know how to deal with that, don't we? Yes, yes, I think we're gonna do a grand breakout. Ash this. Just as planned. So predictable. I didn't even need that. You've only left me with more room. My Gone Wild will trigger in the graveyard, absorbing your lordly load, preventing you from summoning the monsters you desire. Thank you. Ah, an Ether Barrel. How tricky. How very tricky indeed. Yeah, I think we impermanent. You will find your effect to be very impermanent, actually. And while we're here, I mean, why don't we? We've gobbled a little bit today. We've had our choice of goblins. Why not gobble a little more? What's a little more gobbling between friends? Summon forth the clatter. Doug Charger returns to the field. He's charging from so far away, chat. Like Stelios Kantos in his prime. Devoured. Let's just attach that here. Oh, a search! Don't mind if I do. Let's just get a search card for next turn, shall we? Just in case you somehow clear this board. And also, I'm going to be Ixie summoning if you don't mind. I find that my deck lacks a certain buggy quality, which may bug you just a bit. Hardleg thinks he can keep me contained. He doesn't know my power. He doesn't realize that the rank ups happen because I allow them to happen. Oh, I'm going to mess up his bathroom. Such a mess I'll make.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
Oh. Sorry about that, chat. I had to run to the bathroom, I guess. I don't know. It's like a disaster in there. I think I have to call a handyman. When did I rank up? Huh. I'll take it. You know, we take those. Sorry, I've been feeling a little under the weather lately. A little stomach bug going around, I think. Might have to call the stream for now. We'll get back to this. I'm sure we'll do better next time. And welcome back, every pony, to stream number 2. A weekend has passed since you've seen me last, and while I intended to play a whole bunch of duels in the intervening time, I didn't get around to it that much. I think I played like 6 or 7 duels, Part of that is just because I was busy, you know, in addition to working on my novel, trying to get that up to snuff, there was also just this huge mess in my bathroom. Just, it looked like someone had a party in there. There was toothpaste everywhere, toilet paper, it was awful. And I don't know when that happened, because I'm the only one here. But either way, I had to clean that up. And then when I actually got around to dueling, the format was just not very fun. I mean, don't get me wrong, Blue Eyes is better than dealing with Snake Eye, Yubel, Fire King shenanigans, but it's very much a hand trap format. And while those can be fun if you're like going back and forth and having this nuanced game, unfortunately Goblin Bikers just can't play as many hand traps as a lot of these other decks. They don't have nearly as many one-card starters. And so oftentimes it feels like the game is decided as soon as we draw our opening hands. Like, it feels as though me and my opponent could really just reveal what we have, and I could be like, oh, okay, you got me, and I could go next, but I have to go through the process of playing it out. So it's a little frustrating, especially without chat here. Honestly, I don't know how Yu-Gi-Oh fans or Master Duel fans specifically survive without someone sitting around to just keep them company. I can't imagine doing it. But we're here, and I've got chat with me now, so hopefully we're going to make some progress. I have updated the deck just so slightly. We've just changed a couple ratios around. Namely, we added in one more starter in the form of Tour Guide, and we actually took out the cross-out designator because I felt like 1 in 46 wasn't worth it for something like that. And because we took that out, I also took out the Effect Veiler because that's like a less useful hand trap in this format. So we're down to 45 cards. I think this will be a little tighter, a little easier to work with what we want it to do. And if not, maybe later this episode we'll add in a Fiendsmith package. That would give us a few more one-card starters, some ways to bait out Ash and like Dominus so that our Goblin Biker stuff can go through. Of course, we'd have to take out some Goblin Bikers or some hand traps, so that'll be a little difficult figuring that out, but that's a problem for future me. For now, I am current me, and we're going to jump onto the ladder, see if we can make our way up into Diamond 3. Alright, first duel of the day. Serving it up Hardleg's way. I make myself Smole Leg. We are going second, and we have no hand traps except for Magnemut. They seem to be very hard on starters. Normal summon Ash, activate Infernoble Arms Durundle. Just getting set up for next turn. Alright. Now, of course, if that's an Imperm, I think we're kind of screwed. Yep, we just have to try this. Go Tour Guide. But I do have the Called By. And there's the Imperm. Yep, and unfortunately, pretty much the same thing would have happened if I had activated Clattersploder or Mean Merciless. The only difference is they wouldn't have had to use the Ash, so now they're at least down on both. And we can get rid of this, but now they have Raisin, so they've got their starter. Of course, they're going to be fairly low on cards in hand, which is very important for a deck like Vanquish Soul. And once they kill this, I will have something I can get for Magnemut, so there's a chance we still don't lose this. Vanquish Soul is kind of slow and grindy. Interesting, just going into battle. Okay. Yeah, then they can reveal fire. They can't be destroyed. Then that allows them to summon the fire from their hand. Then they can make a Rock of the Vanquisher, add back Raisin. And then if they have a second fire, they can search. But if they don't have another Ash or another Raisin or something, then we might be good. Okay, they don't have another fire. They do have a set card. Let's go ahead and try our Magnemut. Get rid of this. Summon. Search ourselves another Bestial. And then hope we draw a better starter. We still have Merciless into Clattersploder is something. Let's try Merciless. Activate. Is this a second Imperm? Doesn't look like it. Or maybe they're just saving it. I know they've got the one trap that lets them blow up everything, but I'm pretty sure that requires them to reveal 3 cards. Yeah, we'll Ash this. Because if they get a second one... No, they can only activate one of those effects. But that could potentially get them into Border or the Pop. And we don't want that. Okay. It's time. Can we get into Big Gabonga? Will this be a Cowabonga or a Cowabummer? Activate. Heavy Borger. Borger doesn't stop me from doing what I want to do. He's just a big man. Let's get Doug. Add 1 to the Cowabonga counter. Let's go ahead and Doug Charger. Send off this. Yummy. Chainlink 1. Chainlink 2. We're gobbling up your border. This is an American goblin. You were unprepared. I think we go for this one, actually. Because we already have an Ixie on the field. That allows us to just extend like crazy. Yeah, we get... Clattersploder. Detach an Ixie material? Yes. Put the other Clatter in the graveyard. Summon this one. And then Clattersploder brings back another level 3. It's mean. It's merciless. You didn't know what to Merciless. 9100. That's not game. Yeah, let's just go to damage here. 25 gets over this. Oh. I knew that too, and I'm dumb. Mistakes were made. I should have done something else. It's okay. We're fine. We've still got a lot of control powers. I was like, it's fine, we know what they have in hand. They can't hit us with Nibiru or anything. And I was like, oh yeah, this has an effect. It's rarely useful, but it has it. Get this. And then we're gonna use the... Oh yeah, we're gonna make this. And then we're gonna make IP. We're gonna pee, chat! We're going to set this, and turn, and then let's get wild, shall we? What wild and crazy goblins. Yep, we're going to clatter our Sploder, detach the Gone Wild, summon. Ooh, another one. Okay, so Chainlink 1, let's get Ryzen out of here. Chainlink 2, let's get this Spell Trap. Chainlink 3, let's Splode on our Clatter. Get the Gone Wild out of here. Chainlink 4, they do that. Chainlink 6, Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit. What if you had no column? Then you couldn't explode all the stuff in it. Alright. So that kills them. That doesn't resolve. We get our Gone Wild. We attach the Spell Trap to this. It was continue. We don't resolve. Goblin Bikers gone bonkers. They're gonna add back. We're gonna go, okay. We're going to get another Douglas the Charger Rodriguez. I'm going to activate this. They're gonna add some cards. She's the one they call Dr. Madlove. Let's go ahead and get Grand Bash, I feel like, because we've already used almost every Goblin Biker in our deck. And I just want more attack. Then at Resolution, hopefully. Let's go ahead and do this. We're gonna make Cicada King, the king of bugs. End of the main phase. Yeah, they want to beat over Big Gabonga, I feel like. So we might as well. Spup. And then we will do this. Then this. Oh, this goes on a different chain. Ah, it's fine. So Heavy Border comes out. Then we use this. They get to draw one. I will allow it. Yum. Do they have Typhon? Yes. Interesting. In defense position? I mean, yeah. There we go! A difficult one, but we managed to beat the Vanquish soul. Ho ho! Ah, I see. Great going first hand. Extenders out the wazoo. Going second, not so much. Oh hey. It's Ritual Beasts. Welp, chat! Oh, you read any good books lately? Fissure, yeah, I think D-Fissure does just, like, stop us. It depends what else they can do, right? It looks like they're fairly limited, because they're already making, Nochio Drago, and they don't seem to have activated this. And then they've got Handtraps. Okay, okay, we might be able to do something. Let's start with E-Telly. Let's get a Yo-Yo on board. That gives us a free wheel. Go for Zeus. That's exactly what I was thinking. We want to clear stuff before we start putting things in the graveyard, so this is an excellent thing for Fortune Tune, attack, make Zeus, wipe the board. Attack. We'll detach one. Main phase 2. I don't think they're liking this Zeus play very much. Alright, well there you go. That's our goal. I think that for now on, that's our goal going second. Every time. This is Zeus Turbo, the movie, the game. The underwater adventure seeker. Alright, very tiny change to the deck. We're just adding in one Downerd Magician to the extra deck. I've realized that going second, Zeus is probably our strongest play, and being able to put one more material on it is actually really important sometimes. So she's in here. We took out one of the rank 6 goblins, the one that we like never use. This is barely a change. It's like 1/10 of a change, so this is 1.55 jumping back in.
12 seconds later.
Alright, I know we just did a change to the deck, but we played a few duels and we've just been having really bad luck. We've lost like 80% of our coin tosses and we're still opening way more engine than Handtraps. We need to be able to survive going second. So I've actually looked at another list and I noticed they were only playing 1 grand entrance, 1 grand breakout. I really like breakout as an extender. I think it's worth playing. But I can understand how this really, like, you may want to search it. It's technically more copies of Doug Charger, but Doug's, like, the worst opener. You would much rather get Tour Guide or Takatomborg, or even just like any rank 3 plus emergency teleport. So we've removed 2 copies of this, and we've replaced it with 3 copies of Effect Veiler. So we're now on slightly higher hand trap ratios. I think this is the last attempt we'll give before we go into the Fiendsmith variant and see how that works out. Alright, we're going first, and now we have the opposite problem. Wait, no. Tour Guide is a starter. I was like, we drew no starters. No, we've got everything we could need. Pretty sure. Unless they have exactly that trap. Yeah. So, Ash Blossom. It sucks to lose the use of our own Ash Blossom, but I need this to resolve. Okay, so we do this. We get the Mean Merciless. We're mean. We're merciless. There's no effect. Yeah, I know. Alright, let's see if we can resolve the big Gabonga. I appreciate it. Alright, let's go big Gabonga. Do we get the Doug? We do. Didn't even try to chain anything. We're gonna detach the Mean Merciless. Summon. Don't want to activate that. We're gonna get this one, actually. Activate her. Detach the other one from Big Gabonga. Going on up to the big side. Yep, you know what? Let's prepare against Nibiru. I don't think we've been under it yet. But let's just go ahead and make a Bamboozler here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to break out. We're going to hit Gabonga for Gone Wild. Gone Wild effect. Get the Clatter with the Sploder. Clatter Sploder effect. Get the big Gabonga back. Armor Fortress. We're going to grab our trap. We're going to schmoove on up into full armored Darkrai Lancer. And then we're going to use Grand Entrance. We're going to grab Boom Mock. And then we're going to use the effect to detach from the Dark Armored Knight. That'll let us summon this. That'll let us make the second big Gabonga. So we can end on a Gabonga. And we're going to go ahead, we're going to do this. We're going to detach from Gabonga, so we have a Clatter Sploder in the graveyard. And do we want to add a card back? Yeah! We're going to add the other big Gabonga back. And then we're going to set 2. And we're going to try our best to remember that we cannot use Ash. Because Ash was hit by Cold Buy, and it's negated. Ah, Memento! We let him get to the Twin Dragon. Twin Dragon effect. Gaddock and Anguich. We want them to get 2 monsters on the field so we can get rid of everything. Oh. Oh no. Oh? Okay, that's not as bad. Bone Party, then they get to draw a card. I'm just waiting for them to get like 2 monsters on the field. Bone Party. Well, now I can do Bowl. Yeah, we'll be good. We'll negate that effect once it's on the field. So we detach Gone Wild. We summon. They're the turn player, so they will have to activate Sleepy. Oh no. Okay. Well, you? Chain link 2. You. Chain link 3. Summon back this. Hello there. Gobble. Gobble. The horse! We allow them to summon. We'll wait for them to use the once per turn effect. Oh. I see. Having a little sky crisis, are we? Let's full armor Dixie here. And they surrendered. There we go. That's how you beat Memento. Go first. Do things they can't stop. Yay. Go in second, but we got Max C. Goblins. I guess we just do this. Bone Party! Horsey time? That ain't horsey time. Set fusion pass. Kicking some ass. Yeah! Behold your terror! Taka 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 taka. If we've got goblins on board, then we can normal summon Gone Wild. Give me Douglas. Douglas achieved. Very expensive. Oh, let's play around Ash. I mean, if they had Ash, they would have Ashed the Gabonga, right? Okay, that baits out the fusion. I forget exactly... I know the fusion can pop cards. I forget if it targets. Oh, they're going for Twin Dragon. Go ahead. They get the sheepy. Plus something else. And then this summons something back. So we're not out of the woods yet, chat. Let's try this. Yeah, let's do it like this. Tribute this off. Then we make Cicada King. Normal summon, get this out. Then normal summon again by tributing the Clatter Sploder. Clatter gets me... I guess we just get a Merciless to get this on the field. Or in the graveyard, rather. And then we can make the level 6. Remind me what the level 6 does. Target one spell trap, detach 2 materials from a monster on the field, attach that card. Yeah, I think we do that. Make the level of one become the current level of the other. Let's go ahead and do Crazy Beast! This party's getting crazy! Ah! No! Well, we don't have good targets. I have to detach 2 from this. Oh, but this activated. Yeah, let's do this. All right. Then we... Yeah, you know what? This is dead anyway. We Downerd. Then we Zeus. End phase. just gotta hope they don't draw another Super Poly. Oh, hello. All right. Guardian Chimera. All right. Not today, friend. Last card effect, Veiler. All right, jeez. I got Max C and Memento was still hard to fight. Curse you, Kakarot! Your foolish deck cannot stand up to the likes of the Prince of All Monsters cards! I'm using Vegeta lines for Lord Frieza. And then we're going to set, we're going to set, and we're going to set. And we're going to hope they don't have any spell traps. Alright, what you got for me, Lord Frieza? Foolish Burial. How? Haha, foolish of them. Sorenir. Just gotta make sure they don't get a branded spell trap into the graveyard. Yeah, let's do one of these. Veiler on the Aluber the Duber of Boober. That grass. No. No. All the big mills. All the big mills. Every single mill. I think I'm gonna go ahead and use Called By on that. Yeah, it gets more negation on. Okay, so we're going to get rid of Gone Wild. We're gonna summon this. Use this on you. And we're gonna use this. I think we're gonna save the Gabonga, because the Bonga will trigger off of any Ixie monster. And when they do chain her, that's when we'll use the... Oh, the Ghost Ogre, yeah. You could fusion summon... No, we don't want them to use any fusions. Let's Bamboozle. Okay. Bamboozle resolves. We both draw a card. That's a pretty good one. We go here. I gobble up this. We activate this. Yeah. We'll go ahead. Gobble up her. Goblin Bikers Gone Wild gets me Doug Charger. Doug is gonna charge me up for next game. And we're gonna go ahead and chain this. Send Branded Fusion. They still have Branded Fusion. It's fine. Dusty789, thank you for the 4 months. Always appreciated. The Star Source Dragon. Oh, they wanted their monsters back. Maybe I shouldn't have allowed that. Okay, Branded Fusion. Albion. That's when we do this. They contributed for the one guy in the graveyard, but I'd rather attach that as material and let them get this into the graveyard. I keep acting like I am low on resources and I'm not. Okay. Okay, so we equip the Ixie armor. That triggers this effect. We'll grab this. Maybe I shouldn't be afraid of Lightning Storm. Oh, it protects by battle! I didn't know that! I've learned a new thing today! And there we go! Jeez, we went completely full combo, got everything. Granted, we still had 2 more negates, but wow, we just had to use like everything. They had gas for days. Some people pay extra for that, chat. Alright, ladies and non-ladies, and goblins, and bikers of all ages. Comment in the comments if you own a bike. What kind do you own? We're here on stream number 3, and we're still stuck in Platinum 4. So in the immortal words of Seto Kaiba, it's time to stop fucking around. We're going to be playing a little bit more aggressive version of this deck, one that makes use of a very powerful engine that's seeing a lot of play lately, and that is the Fiendsmith engine. We're on Fiendsmith Goblin Bikers. It's actually pretty small in the main deck. It's just 2 Engraver, 1 Lurie, 1 Tract. But of course, we now have Moon of the Closed Heavens. This is a light fiend that can be made with any 2 effect monsters. So basically, we've got a lot of the same extenders we had before, a lot of the same plays. The difference is any 2 cards, instead of trying to make like Bamboozling Gossip Shadow or whatever, we're going to see if we can make our way into something like Wave High King Caesar, something like Fiendsmith Desiree, and go from there. That'll be hopefully a little bit more powerful and give us some recursion. Now, we are in a very strange place because even though this makes the deck a little bit stronger, we're about to get it even more stronger. If we look up at the notifications here, the new selection pack is coming, Wrath of the Tyrants, which contains the evil heroes. We got some aggro stars, I know nothing about them. We got the new Atlantean stuff, a water channeler, and Lacrima, the Crimson Tears. This is always a Fiendsmith card. This turns Fiendsmith from like an engine that you play in other decks like Adventure, and more into like a full-fledged deck. With Lacrima, and I think they also have a Link 3 that really helps out, Fiendsmith becomes a deck that you can play on its own. And it also makes your combos a lot more effective. Obviously everyone else will be playing it, will probably be adjusting, but for now, that's still 24 hours away, so we're just going to be playing this kind of like weird underpowered Fiendsmith version and seeing how that turns out. We're still on 44 cards. This is only the 2nd version of the deck. Let's jump on the ladder and see if we can work our way into Master, or at least get close. Can we get close? Ha! Alright, interesting. I think we're good as long as they don't have exactly max C. Go! Douglas. Activate the Douglas. Grand Bash. Because of the hand I got, I think we're fine to do this. We can make both of these level 3. The monster to change its level. That one. For a second it was like, what was happening? Gabonga time. If you like getting bagonga and the stuff that I say. They got something. Ash. That's actually pretty fine. Yeah, we do this. Hit this. We go Mean Merciless. Merciless effect. Get the Clatter. Clatter effect, we bring back the big Gabonga. So it's on the field. I really wish there was some way we could end on Desiree. There is, because we got the Psychic Tracker. Use these 2. Make the Moon of the Closed Heavens. We can go closed into Requiem. Because our one weakness, right, is like spell traps. And Desiree is something that like negates spell traps. And then we just use these two to make sequence. And then sequence, make Desiree. We shuffle you, and you, and you. I lose the engraver follow-up, but hopefully this is just what we get. And then we equip this to this, making sure to play around Mech Knights. And then at the end phase, we equip a Gone Wild. Doesn't look like much, but this is actually, I think, a stronger end board than we had previously. Imperm. Yeah, I'm fine with that. I ain't wasting a negate on that. Yeah, let's go ahead and just use the effect Veiler on you. Go to battle. Ah, an engraver of your own, I see. Tracked, we get tracked. Tracked gets Lurie. Lurie doesn't go to grave? Normal summon Lurie. Okay, this is where we do this. We use this, we detach the Gone Wild. Summon the Clattersploder. We do Chain Link 1, Gone Wild. Target the Lurie. Chain Link 2. Target the Gone Wild. Chain Link 3, we activate this. Just in case, I don't know what they would have, but that way it'll stop asking me, and also it's at the end of the chain link. Get this. We get the Lurie. And then Gone Wild activates. And we get another Goblin Biker, which with this increases our attack by a lot. And we'll go ahead and get the Grand Entrance so we can search follow-up. Now all of my monster is bigger than your unicorn. And I still have the Desiree negate. Yep. I mean, I ain't letting that go through. And there we go. Just like we wrote it up. Haha! Ah, I see. I think we go Douglas first. If they Ash or Imperm this, it's fine. Yeah, I think we get this. That lets us dodge out of some stuff. Then we're wheeling, we're dealing. And now it's time for the one, the only, the biggest Gabonga! Boom, boom! Activate! Yeah. Then we're going to Grand Entrance. Detach? Why, yes. I think I will. We'll summon this from our hand. We use this to get the Doug back. With all their stuff they've got blinking, I'm gonna make the Bamboozler. I'm feeling like we need to bamboozle our way around a little bit. I'm not feeling safe here. Now we can stop a Nibiru if they have one. Then we activate Douglas the Charger Rodriguez. We detach from Big Gabonga. He don't need no wheels. His bike is a tiger. Then we use Grand Entrance. We tribute Douglas. We get Gone Wild. Gone Wild effect. Grab ourselves, I guess, a Mean Merciless. Yeah. This can activate from the graveyard. Hold up. Yeah, with a third monster, that means we can make, Desiree. Do one of these. Hello there. You may remember me from every combo you've ever seen in the last 5 years. Oh, no. Imperm, then Nibiru. They had both! What can I say? I tried to play around it. Alright, well we just gotta hope with 4 cards they can't beat Infinite Impermanence. The Goblin Biker end board. Twin Twisters? Are you shitting me? Who the hell plays Twin Twisters? Our BAMs have been boozled. They had everything. They had the perfect hand. If it's Voiceless voice, they've got us. I can't beat a negate every turn. Not if I'm top decking. The magnificent bastard. It's just Voiceless. What can I say? Sometimes you try to bamboozle and you are the ones who get boozled. Going first makes me feel like I'm going first. Makes me feel like I'm going first. Makes me feel like I'm going first. Woohoo! Ah. Well, I don't lose to Maxi or Ash. I do lose to Imperm, though. Let's try it. Go, Doug. Alright. Hold. I have the response for that. We want this one. Then we Grand Entrance. Hello. And me too. Time to make the biggest gabonga. Time to go the biggest gabong. Gah. Ah, wait. We got called by another one. I am the true gamer. My plays will resolve. Okay, see? It's like we wrote it up, chat. If we resolve Big Gabonga, we win. They realized it, I realized it. It's as simple as. Alright, so we're not doing too bad, but we're not doing too good either. We're just barely above a 51% win rate. So far, it doesn't look like adding in the Fiendsmith package has really helped all that much. And I think that might just be because against Blue Eyes, especially going second, adding in a little extra extension or another thing doesn't really help us all that much. We really need to make sure that we're getting our good hand traps that have a really high impact and activating them. And I think that means removing the Bestial package. As good as those can seem, especially against stuff like Fiendsmith, against Blue Eyes it doesn't have a whole lot of impact. Because usually they can use the True Light to get the Blue Eyes out to dodge. Removing the Maiden hurts them, but by the time Maiden's in the graveyard, they've already got all this recursion and everything. And it also doesn't stop them from getting, like, Drill Beam on. So we basically just removed those, and we added in a third copy of Ghost Ogre. I think that'll be a little bit more impactful. Maybe we'll want to add some more hand traps in here, but I'm going to try with this 43. This will be 2.25. Fourth of a deck. Let's jump back in. Well, this is a hand. They've got the Dream Mirror sleeves, chat. Do you think they're on Dream Mirror? Let's get a Lurie. Let's discard the Lurie. Let's summon the Lurie. No hand traps yet. I don't got a cold, but I'm coughing. Activate. If you had Ash, you probably would have used it earlier, right? We get the Engraver. We attach, and then if you've got Engraver with an equip card, you can make Necroquip. We're probably best to do, whatchamacallit, just Wave High, and hope that can protect us from whatever. And then that'll stop the Gabonga from being hit by a rock. Summon this regularly. Freewheel! And now it's time for the biggest Gabonga. Let's go for this. Let's activate the Gabonga. or the Dug. We will put the Boommock into the grave. Summon. Yeah, this gives us an extra card. Okay, so we do this. We grab Clattersploder. Then we use the effect. We detach the wheel from Big Gabonga. We summon the Clatter. The Clatter brings back the Boommock. And this is where we would make Azura King if we played it, but we don't. So then we can go into SP with the Dug Charger. Alright. Pretty good. We have many disruptions. Granted, they have a 6-card hand. They didn't use a single hand trap, so that means they probably have a whole bunch of extension and playmakers. Hello there. Ether Barrel. We know what to do against that, though, unless they drew the Drill Beam. Okay. So we Veiler this. We let it resolve. And then we activate the Clattersploder. Let's take the Gone Wild off of there. We're gonna Clatter. Chain Link 1. Get me back the Gone Wild. Chain Link 2. We're Goblin. Chain Link 3. We're Goblin. We're just gobbling up. Gobble. Gobble. Bonkers. Triple attack. Okay. They're still in this. Alright. What are you taking? Choose wisely. I got the High King. Super Poly! Uh-oh. Mud Dragon. Alright. That's pretty much all my disruptions. Alright. They're linking it off. Silo Hats. The fuck? I'm in danger. Am I just dead here? Fucking Exodia! Before the end of the main phase, Effect Veiler. Yeah, we might as well. If this just happens to be the trap that, like, blows everything up, we get, like, mega owned. But I guess we'll see. The illusion trap is in the hand. Ah, good point. Let's do this. Oh. I forgot they could activate stuff in the graveyard. Yep, I guess we do it this way then. We'll detach this. Weird. Why would you play Primite with I guess the Exodia pieces are normal monsters. Gabonga gobbles Exodia live on screen. Are they dead? They're not dead. Oh, there they go. Now they're dead. We did it. We gobbled Exodia, and we won with the power of mental thinking. Alright, so it's almost the end of the stream, and we have not made any progress. We've just been hovering back and forth at the same rank, never even getting close to ranking up. So let's try to experiment. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? We get knocked down? This is a build I don't think will be very good, but I'm tired of losing to 1 or 2 hand traps every single game, so I wanted to make a build that is just full of extension. If we go first, we don't have to worry about bricking on hand traps or not getting enough starters. With everything in here, we should almost be guaranteed to have enough cards to just push through several hand traps. We're still playing both the wielders, but now we got Kagemusha Knight. This is just a free level 3 that comes out if you already have a level 3. We're playing the Punk package. You use Xiamen, search Foxy Tune. Foxy summons another Xiamen from the deck. It's another level 3. I don't like this package. I think it's too much of a minus and you're adding in another brick. But people in chat won't shut up about it. So we're going to try it out. And if it doesn't work, I can say I at least tried it. And yeah, that's just about it. We're gonna hope we go first. If we go second and it looks like they're gonna build a board that we can't break through, we'll just surrender. I'm gonna try to go for quantity over quality. Just playing a bunch of duels and hoping we win the coin toss, or hoping our opponent bricks. And who knows, if they don't build a completely big board, maybe we can push through it with extension. Maybe this will be the best version. There's only one way to find out, so Goblin Biker Mark III, extend forever, let's try it out. Oh shit, I'm ranking up. I didn't even notice I had gotten this far. How did this happen? I was just like playing the game and like I wasn't even paying attention. It's just like, well, we're doing pretty good. We're getting there. We're slowly making our way downtown, you know, faces past and I'm homebound. What a fun game. Right? Right, chat? It's so fun. I'm having a good time. Ugh. Maxi. Okay, 1 second. I feel like I got heartburn. Oh. I need to take a... Oh, you thought you could get rid of old Goblin Joe, could ya? No, the rank-ups don't happen without me, boyo. Oh, we'll be drawing cards like you wouldn't believe. Oh, did they called by? Did they called by the Maxi? Oh, it warms my heart to see a Maxi not resolving. We may be dead, of course, but in death, there's life. Or something. I don't rightfully... Oh! The bug! Summoned onto my own field! Making a sequence like that. Oh, that's even more reason to get rid of it. It has multiple It's not just a hand trap, lads. It has the ability to be used as a monster. Lacrima. Oh, I'll cream you all right. Just you wait and see. Oh, this hand is awful. I got Boom Mock. It's certainly a wind, and Taka Tomborg loves him some winds. He's like, hold up! Is that a wind I see? He's like me in the rank-ups. Oh, Desiree, if that's all I have to fight through, I may just have a chance. The real question is, what else do they have? What else can they bring to bear with this? Oh, Runick. Wait, you don't have any cards, do you? You could get the fountain. Oh, Spright. Oh, this ain't gonna be fun, I tell you what. I don't think we can extend through all this. In the meanwhile, you folks want to buy some black market Cheetos? I got a hold of the good stuff out of Guatemala. They don't make Cheetos like that in the States. Too many regulations. Well, that's very funny. It don't do anything, but it's funny. Yeah, if they keep gigantic, we have extra extension. Oh, drawing a card. Spright elf. Elfing away with a Spright. Bringing it back. Oh, I see. Oh, I see you setting me up. They will keep... Oh, they're just begun to combo. Why, if you knew you were going to combo, why make the Desiree first? You're playing into the Biru, if anything. Hoo-ha. The nimblest sunfish, tiptoeing around through the Everglades. Alright. Alright. We can at least get through some of this. Clatter Sploder, not awful. Let's try this. Boom! Mock! What if your Spright had no material? Get out of here. Go. Bye. Ah. Bringing something back, are ya? Negating my spell traps. Okay. Let's just make one of these. Still haven't used my normal summon. So if they SP, we may just have what it takes to make a rock and roll band. Just an SP. Just an SP. Darling, it's better down where it's wetter. Listen to me. I want to keep the charger. I want to charge on through. We're going to use the clatter sploder. Hello there. And then we're going to make everyone's favorite little bird. Oh, don't mind me. I'm just a little birdie coming on down. You don't mind a little birdie too, do ya? I appreciate you putting something in defense mode, boy. Aye, indeed. Can't target my bird. You can try. It won't work. Oh, you're leaving? You don't want to see my buddy Zeus? Oh, but we were going to have so much fun! You barely heard the thunder and you ran from the lightning. Oh, their connection failed, all right. No one tolerates the wee little bird. Oh, Diamond 3 makes me want to pee. Oh.
Later that same evening.
Oh. Oh. Sorry about that, chat. I wasn't feeling well. Oh. I guess they must have surrendered when I went to get my heartburn medication. That's nice. Yay us. I like being in Diamond 3. Alright, people, welcome to stream number 4 of Climbing with Goblin Bikers. We're at the official halfway point. 3 streams lay behind us, 3 streams lay ahead, and we're still stuck in Diamond 3, unfortunately. A weekend has passed since you saw me last, and while I did try to duel a little bit in that time, it didn't end up working out very well. I played, I think, exactly 3 duels, and lost all 3 to exactly Max C being activated on me. And nothing kills my desire to play this game more than just losing automatically in turn 1 to Max C. It's really, really disheartening, especially for a deck like this. I've said this so many times during this series, but Goblin Bikers is like an excellent example of a deck that's pretty fair, that doesn't do anything that's like completely out of the realm of what other decks do. And in the TCG, they're like rogue viable. They have some pretty good strategies. But because they're an Ixie deck, they need to summon 3 times to do anything, and that means getting Max C activated on you is a death sentence. Which is why Goblin Bikers do nothing in the OCG, and very little on Master Duel. I'm gonna keep trying. I'm gonna keep struggling against Faith. You know, we're here for 3 more weeks. We might as well try. But I'm not really sure what I could do. There's not really a good off-ramp, a way I could play around that card that, even at 2, seems to be in everyone's opening hand. That being said, like I mentioned last time, we did get some new Fiendsmith cards, and we've added them in here. Specifically, we got Lacrima, the Crimson Tears, and we're playing this trap, Fiendsmith in Paradise. Together, not only does she make it so that the Fiendsmith package is much easier to work with just 1 card on the field, it's a lot easier to get your way into something like a DDD Wave High King Caesar, but this offers you some extra disruption on your opponent's turn. So this will give us hopefully a little extra staying power. Of course, it'll give the same staying power to everyone else, and it's possible that this is so popular that we'll need to add some Bestials back in. But for now, we're going back on our old lineup of Handtraps, 3 Veiler, 3 Ghost Ogre. I'm going to assume that Blue Eyes is still the most popular deck. And we've just added in this, and then like a Nibiru and a Crossout Designator to maybe hit the Max C more often. So this is the 4th version of Goblin Bikers, 48 cards. Let's take it on the ladder and see how it does. First duel of the day, and if I lose a rank. High stakes battle. At least we're going first. Maybe that'll help. Maybe we'll have the ability. That's why I didn't want to play over the weekend. I knew that if I lost another duel, it'd be... Oh, come on. We just gotta hope our 3 hand traps do it.
1 minute, 37 seconds later.
Oh, and they have wishes. Well, I guess we rank down, chat. What can I say? 50 card deck, and somehow we still draw 2 of. The 2 of non-starter. Well, we've been on a losing streak so far, chat. We've been here for 4 duels, and we're already about to be knocked back down into Diamond 5. And I don't feel like we ever made any, like, big, huge mistakes. I don't have any starters, so I need to wait on the maxi. Yeah, we never made any huge mistakes. It's just like, people hit us with 4 hand traps, and there's nothing we can do about that. Or we've opened with Clatter Sploder, like, every single duel. And now it looks like we're up against Stun. We open a thing of 4 hand traps against fucking Stun. Fantastic. At least Clatter Sploder can beat over the barrier statue. Hopefully. Maybe. Let's use the Lacrima instead. Macro Cosmos. Why would you play Macro and Necro Valley? It feels like those are a little contradictory. I guess we send this because we're never special summoning. They're never special summoning anyway. Just in case they have, like, whatchamacallit, Inspector Border, or hell, even whatchamacallit, Fossil Dyna would be able to crash. This way we have something much higher, and an 1800 attacker for next turn, potentially. We could potentially get those guys back with Fusion Lacrima. I don't think we're going to be Fusion summoning during this duel, chat. We've only got we got 2 other Light Fiends, and the only card we have that Fusion summons is the Link 2, and I don't think we'll be able to make that, and the spell, which has to be in the graveyard, and we ain't getting anything in the graveyard. Alright. What are the chances this is Fossil Dino, right? If it is Fossil Dino, it only destroys the face, or the special summoned card, so we'll still have Clatter Sploder. Let's try it. It might just be Ash, and then we bonk. No, it's Fossil Dino. Okay, so that's gone, but Clatter Sploder could still attack. I could do this, but it can't attack directly. Unfortunately, I just don't have, because of this, and either way, this is Clatter Sploder. I don't have a way to get into, like, a rank 3. Next turn I do. Got Gone Wild. Yeah, good point. Okay, so we do this. We summon Gone Wild in attack mode. Yeah, we just don't do the effect. Now we can normal summon Terratop, activate, grab the Taka Tomborg, special the Tomborg, make... I think we just get Big Gabonga for now. We make Big Gabonga. How many times have I summoned this turn? It was 1, 2, 3... Okay, we go 4. We get this. That lets us use the Doug. Doug sucks, or gets this. We get the Grand Bash. Activate. We add the Boom Mock. We could still trigger that. Detach an Ixie material? No. What does the effect on this say? if this card is sent to the graveyard, I have no way to get rid of Macrocosmos. Gabonga only sucks monsters. Gone Wild sucks spell traps. And Sphere Mode. Do this. Try for Zeus. Yeah, that might be the best way to do it. Yeah, we just go into IP. If they Judgment here, we at least get rid of the Sphere Mode so they can't sit on it and block damage forever. Battle Phase. Got him down to 5,000. Before the end of the main phase. Yeah, we'll do this now. This is summoning via card effect. So we can make this, and I think it was the newest set. Oh, they can do that. Alright. 25. We're getting them close. That don't do anything. Normal summon Boom Mock. Battle Phase, 13. One more turn! Oh, but if they have another Thunder King, we're just fucking dead. I don't think we have anything else in the deck that gets over that. I think you win. Are they just waiting? You know, someone got mad at me earlier. In one of the comments, they're like, I can't believe you would be so dismissive of people who like to play stun. It's a legitimate way to play the game. And I'm like, okay, fair enough, but why do they gotta be such sore losers? They're not even playing, like, a skillful or interesting deck. They're not engaging with any of the mechanics of Yu-Gi-Oh! Fine, if you want to do that, that's fine. But don't sit around and make me wait out the timer and get angry because someone actually managed to play the game you're trying to avoid playing. Alrighty, once more, things have not been going very good, and it's got me thinking we need to experiment. We need to try something different. If nothing else, maybe this build will be more fun. I did like the Extend Forever version we had last time, where we just played nothing but extension and very few hand traps, and I figured why not just ramp that up a little bit more. This is Goblin Biker Extend 5 Ever. We've removed the Fiendsmith package entirely. Why even play stuff that can maybe get hit by Bestials? Instead, we're just going all in on 3s. We've got 3 Tour Guide. We've got 3 Terratop. We're playing 2 Kagamusha, 2 Wielder, 2 Tracker, 2 Xiamen. We now have 3 Emergency Teleport because it's at 3. And then we're playing just like called by, cross out. A very small package of stuff that can hopefully stop some of these. We're still on Ash, we're still on Maxi, we're still on Imperm, but most of our hand traps are gone in favor of a hard go first build that just tries to shit as many 3s onto the field as possible. And then everything we've got is just stuff you've seen before. We're back on the Armored Ixie package. It's the one Garnet in here. I think it's worth playing just because we could rank it up from a Goblin Biker. We're now playing Ashura King. This is something that I didn't want to include previously because it takes 3 level 3s. But now we're all 3s. We're as many 3s as possible. I guess it's also worth mentioning that we've reduced the Goblin Bikers to about as small a package as I'm comfortable with. I mean, we're still playing Boom Mock and Mean Merciless. Not everyone plays these. But they're at 1, Gone Wild is now at 1, and Doug Charger is down to 2. Because I realize that opening pretty much any of these is awful. We would much rather have an opening hand that's like Terratop, Tour Guide, and like one of these, because that'll allow us to make Bamboozling Gossip Shadow to protect against Nibiru, then make big Gabonga, Gabonga into Charger, Charger into Breakout, Breakout gets us into things. We really just don't want to draw any goblins. We want to get all of them later on. And by only playing 1 Clattersploder and only 1 Gone Wild, we do kind of limit our ability in the grind game. But so far, our biggest problem has been getting that far in the first place. I think we could put up a fearsome enough first board with enough recovery that we should be good if we can just get going. And hopefully with this, We should be able to get going through, like, any amount of hand traps. At least that's the hope. So let's jump in. Goblin Biker Mark 5. See if we have any more luck with this. Alright, slide update. I almost jumped into the duels, and then someone pointed out that I couldn't actually make the rank 6s in my extra deck. I had a Wave High Caesar and a Goblin's Crazy Beast, and with only one copy of Gone Wild and without the continuous spell to change levels, there was no way to make those. So I've replaced them with an Underworld Goddess and the second Zeus. I think maybe those will help us going second if we're playing this, like, just balls to the wall spam 3s. Maybe having 2 of these might help out. Only time will tell. Let's jump in for real this time. You've gotta be fucking shitting me. Fucking Balatro ass, fucking hand. How is this possible? I was never getting out of this alive. What are the chances that I drew 3 of this and they drew 2 Maxi, or 2 Ash Blossom? Ah! How is this? How could this happen to me? I made my mistakes. Oh, okay. This is what I like to see. This is what we're good for. Okay. Go Terror Top. Give him a terrible top. Get in the Takatomborg. Special summon the Tomborg. We have to hit that. It's just as bad as Maxi. If they have Maxi as well, then what can I say? They're just too much of a gamer. It doesn't look like it. Okay. Let's go ahead and get our insurance. Gobonga insurance. Gossip Shadow. Normal summon. Activate. Let's get Mean Merciless. There is no applicable thing. Will Arbagabonga resolve? Cowabonga, dude! Okay, now we can Douglas. We can get rid of Merciless. Douglas effect. We're gonna grab this. Then we're going to Merciless. We're gonna detach the other card from Big Gabonga. Summon this out. We activate Breakout. Send this off. Clatter will bring that back. Then we are going to overlay for Ixie Armored Torpedo, draw a free card. I like to draw a free card, as long as it's not my one Garnet in the deck. Now we're going to make this. We're going to detach. We're going to grab this. Then we make this. And then we're going to E-Telly. Grab the Xiamen. And I'm just realizing we could make a Zura 2 if we had made this in the extra monster zone, but we didn't. That's fine, though. I think what we're going to do is just make a IP Masquerena with these two. And there we go. Big combo deck. We lose hard to, like, spell traps and shit. But we're still pretty good. And then during the end phase, Gabonga attaches. So we're about as full combo as we can get. Vaalmonica. I see. Yeah, let's imperm that. So we in-perm, and then we wait for them to activate one other thing. Yeah. Now we do this. So we're going to detach the Gone Wild. Summon. Their trap adds tokens, but then we're gonna like Gabonga, slurp you, Gone Wild, slurp the thing you just put the counters on, Clatter's Floater, get Douglas back. Oh, they're just adding another one? Okay. So we equip that. We equip them. Douglas effect. Give me the search. And we're going to go ahead and Armored Ixie. Make ourselves a big bug. Bug time. They get a Vaalmonica. The Acathicological device. I think they're dead though. I'm pretty sure. Like they can pendulum here. But then we just like use this. Select a monster to equip this one. We're gonna get you. Let's go ahead and get this. We'll negate that. And then we make SP and we banish their card. When the deck works, it works. And I guess also going against Vaalmonica, which is not the strongest deck in the world. It's just unfortunate. I really like the more control-oriented version of this deck, but I really feel like we have the most success when we just make all the millions of negates and stop our opponent from playing. We just gotta hope. You what now? Excuse me? Primite fossils. Fossilmite. Oh no. It's not what I expected them to grab. They're gonna get their block out. They didn't. They going for the Wedju Temple. You fucking what? I mean, I guess it's a normal monster. Why it's a level 7 though? They're playing the crown too. Are they actually on Pryolite? No, they're not playing the Millennium thing. Curious. Why aren't you banned? Why aren't you banned? Well, you know, at least there's that, chat. Both their Maxis sent to the graveyard. I won't have to play through Maxi. Matt Appalooso. Activate the block dragon. Oh, they were just getting started. They were just getting you prepared for the Adamantipator combos.
Are we dead? I mean,
Rock Dragon forever! Okay. Okay, so we gotta E-Telly first. Fine, they let it go through. Let's get Xiamen. Okay. So our goblin stuff can hopefully go off. Let's try Xiamen. Let's try Psychic Tracker. I think we just go into Cicada King, right? Then we Tour Guide. Tour Guide effect. That's the last Appaloosa negate. And they only have 2,000 life points, so Gabonga into the Appaloosa just wins. Yeah, I mean, you're not allowed to do that. No, I don't want to change the battle position. Special summon the wheel. Make big Gabonga. We're going right in front, too. I'm gonna... Oh, okay, there we go! Somehow, we won. They ended with so much stuff on board, and all they made was a 2-material Appaloosa, I guess the Dragite, and the IP. And it just wasn't quite enough. We extended through everything. I don't know if we count that as Cowabunga, because we didn't actually get a chance to resolve it. Probably not. Ah. Unfortunato. It's my only real normal summon. Hello there. I am Doug. Let's get one of these. Droll. How very droll, chat. How very droll indeed. Let's go ahead and do this. Let's get a wheel. We're in pretty bad shape, but I think we can still get it. It's just not great. We're losing a lot. There we go. Tribute this. Flatter. Flatter brings back Gabonga. Then we make IP. Oh, we've got one Gobble into SP plus Ash. This doesn't let them do anything, right? Then we use this. Detach. Summon. Chain Link 1 Gabonga. Chain Link 2 Clattersplode. We go into this. We give them the old Derpy Slurpy. We use this. We summon Doug. Doug effect. Get us another one of these. Yeah, now we could make Appo and that would trigger the Gone Wild. I haven't considered this combo before, but we could do it. Oh yeah, why would we even wait? No. Appaloo! And then we equip that to the Gabonga. And there we go. We can't play under Maxi, but we can kind of play under Droll. At least we get a win. Although, again, not the best of decks, I don't think. Oh, well, hello there. Welcome to stream number 5. We are almost at the end of the month, and Goblin Bikers have not moved much at all. They're not doing very well. It's not looking good. It's unfortunate. I don't want to put all the blame on the format, you know. I don't want to be one of those people that never puts any of the onus on themselves. I feel like I'm a pretty good player, though. You know, I made it to Master 1 last month and several other months in the past. I usually get at least up into Master with a deck this powerful, but it feels like the format is just, like, carefully crafted to be against Goblin Bikers. Maybe we should have waited until Ryziel came out and tried to do, like, an anti-meta build, or maybe just having Maxi in the format inherently ruins it. Hard to say, but we're not giving up yet. I spent some time yesterday with the patrons going over different builds that supposedly made it into Master 1. And after having a poll here on Twitch, which if you don't know, I record these live. You can find my Twitch down in the description if you're interested in joining. But we settled on this build, Millenium Goblin Smith. And yeah, we're pretty much just giving in to the worst parts of this format. It's a pile format, and now we have a pile. Basically, the idea is that we've thrown in this Millennium package, which consists of 3 Senjin, 2 Golem that guards the treasures, and 1 Weju Temple. And if you open with any one of these, it's a combo that searches the other ones, lets you get 2 level 8s on the field without using your normal summon. And not only does this potentially bait out Handtraps and such, but if they don't have any Handtraps, what you do is you make Zombie Vampire. This is a rank 8 that mills 4 from both players' decks, and then I get to pick one of the monsters that was milled and summon it to my side of the field. So if I happen to mill like a Doug Charger, then I summon that out, we get full Goblin Biker combo. If I mill a Terratop, we summon that, we still get the Takatomborg, we summon that, it's full Goblin Biker combo. Same thing with Goblin Bikers Gone Wild, that gets us into Doug Charger. And if we don't hit a Goblin, it's still like full Fiendsmith combo, if we hit a Lacrima, if we hit an Engraver, and if nothing else, if they like Ash that or Imperm the zombie Vampire, we have our normal summon. If that gets Ashed or Impermed, we can put those two together, make Moon of the Closed Heavens, and then go full Fiendsmith combo from there. So it's essentially like our Extend Forever deck, just using a bunch of outside of engine stuff, using more degenerate tools that are probably going to get banned. I'm not really happy with this build, and I think it doesn't solve the main problem that we're like losing the coin toss and losing to Maxi. But this apparently made it into Master 1, and it's using all the powerful engines, so let's go ahead and give it a try. You can't accuse me of being lazy or not trying the best builds. Hopefully this will work. Let's jump on and grind up into Master. Haha. Ah, I see. Yeah, let's try this first. Bait out whatever Ash they might have. Let's get the tracked. Let's get the Lurie on track. Hello, Lurie. Goodbye, Lurie. Fabled. Alright, we didn't get hit with Maxi. That's pretty cool. I like not getting hit by Maxi. They've got some kind of hand trap. Let's do this. We go into the Requiem. We Requiem into the other Engraver. And then we could just, like, use the tracked, use Lacrima and Engraver to make Wave High before we commit anything further. I think that seems like a good idea. I think I want to try to do that. So we'll just do this. We'll use you. And you. It's either a Bestial or an Infirm. I see. Okay, let's go ahead and just make one of these. I guess we go in attack mode. It's not like Lightning Storm is played in this format. Yeah, and then we Goblin Bikers. Surprise. Let's get Douglas the Charger Rodriguez. Ooh, I can detach to... No, I don't have a normal summon anyway. We just normal summon this. Okay. Unfortunate, but perceivable. Let's just do this. We send the Lurie back. Alright, I think that's pretty good. I mean, this Fualos in our hand ain't doing much, but we got a couple disruptions. Let's just Lacrima right off the bat. Summon the Requiem. Called by. Oh, they used it on the Requiem. Alright. Do you have the second called by? Doesn't look like it. It just sucks. I would not like to have my my entire thing rely on Max C doing stuff. The fuck is this? Oh hey, it's the Abyss cards! I've heard about these. Yeah, I think we stopped that. Send one other water, special summon this. You can send one Atlantean from your deck to your graveyard, then target one. Wow, that's pretty strong. Yeah, I have to... I feel bad about Maxing now because I'm just gonna stop everything in their hand. Wave high, King Caesar was already waving high. Oh, there you go. We didn't have any goblins, but we won, so that's a thing. Alright, well, I got an Ash for the Maxi if they got it. Terror! On the high seas. They are allowing it to go through. I am uncertain of why. We'll just bamboozle them right off the bat. And then we Senjin. Hello there. There is no applicable card. Pay 2,000. Yeah, I think we do actually negate that, because I want the rest of this to go through. Okay. We get Senjin. We add Golem. We activate the Golem. We're gonna Golem and guard some treasure. I think if they had Maxi, they would have activated it by now. Oh wait, also they decided to go second, so they're most likely Tenpai, which means Maxi actually won't be that useful against them. We're going to use the Wedju Temple, and we're going to put the Maxi from our hand onto there, and another Senjin. And then we make Snake Eyes Doom Dragon. Doom! They're a big bad vampire doing lots of stuff. Let's go gambling! Activate. Roll the dice. Yep, that's definitely a Tenpai. Yeah, I think we just bring back the Tear Top. We're gonna use this and this. We're gonna start doing Fiendsmith shit. Requiem. Requiem go into Lacrima. Veiler. Gone Wild into Doug. So we send Fiendsmith. This goes into Douglas. Good old Douglas the Charger Rodriguez. We're gonna grab one of these. This will actually help. Okay. So we're gonna use this. We're gonna grab Clattersploder so that it's gonna be in the graveyard. And we're gonna detach from the zombie vampire to summon it. And then I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4 to make Appaloosa. Yeah. Appaloo! Now we can Engraver and feel pretty safe. Unless they have exactly an Imperm they've been saving. I think Desiree plus Appaloosa is like a pretty strong board. Especially with Ash and Veiler in hand. Again, kinda sucks that we went through all that and didn't end on Gabonga. But the cards just didn't work out that way. It's their draw phase, so I'm thinking... Well, no, they wouldn't be able to activate anything in the draw phase. They have to draw first. Time for Raigeki. We can negate a Raigeki. Not anymore, we can't. Is Turtle now? No, I don't want to shuffle back. I'll keep the Turtle. And Lightning Storm. Ash. Okay. Alright. We still living. Hold up. That's a pretty good draw. Let's just go full Fiendsmith combo. Let's get everything going right away. Let's get the big gold Fiendsmith combo. Doing all the Smith if you want to say hey. I like the Fiendsmith combo. Gotta do stuff, gotta do it every day. I like the fabled Lurie. Get in my hand and send to the grave. Oh, Fiendsmith combo. Oh, do it all the time. Oh, Fiendsmith combo. Oh, doesn't have to rhyme. Hello there. Let's tag for Lacrima. It's Impermer Droplet, probably. Send another card! Okay, Droplet. The other turtle! They have 2 turtles! He's twice as many. Summon back. Put back you. And you. So we get Lacrima. We get back Mr. Smith. And there we go. I don't think they could beat stuff. Okay, we beat them. We did it. Just barely. We're still not at a 50% win rate. Why these duels so long? Well, this ghost ogre is gonna have to do a lot of heavy lifting. Oh, I don't know anything about heroes. Evil heroes. Lord Neos. Let's try it. It's free! Special summon? Yeah, I guess we try Fortune Tune. We're a Fortune 500 company, chat. Yeah. 21. Main phase 2. Zeus! Let's try it. Nothing? What's this face down card? Favored contact. Grand entrance? Douglas? Normal summon. Let's get breakout. Let's just break out the Zeus. We get Gone Wild. Gone Wild gets Boom Mock, so we have something we can do, and there we go. We beat Heroes. I didn't think we would beat Heroes. I felt like they had more stuff than we could handle, but I guess they didn't do it properly, or they ran out of time or something. Alright, it's been a long couple of days, but we're finally ranking up. The rank up magic is returning, and with it I can feel a certain We're just ranking back up to where we were. He doesn't have enough strength! Not when we're just going back to a place we've been before. We going second? Ah, okay. This sends us cost, doesn't it? What does this do? You can discard 1 water. If this is sent to the water, you can special summon an Atlantean from your deck, except for, but you cannot special. I got 1 ash to stop mermails, and I don't know exactly where to do it. I've heard this deck is just hand rip city. Dragoons! I guess summoning from the deck isn't good. Look, they're already hand ripping, chat. Oh, it's just Ray. For whatever reason with the blue and everything, oh, okay. Nothing really mattered. Anyone can see. Nothing really mattered. No, nothing Oh. So they don't just discard cards, they then Trishula. So the card in the graveyard doesn't get its effect, and then they can take the other card out of my hand. Well, I'm still getting a card back. And I don't think they have any negates or anything, right? So as long as the two cards in their hand do nothing, maybe I can do something. Takatomborg. It wasn't enough. And here we are, ladies, non-ladies, gabongas of all ages, the 6th and final Goblin Biker ladder climb stream. And as you can see, we're still hard stuck in Diamond 4. I had a whole weekend to try to see if I can get us farther, and I could not. Mostly because I didn't play that many duels. Every time I sat down and tried, I got handed a tragic loss, and it just completely sucked my will to play out. I did not win a single game over the weekend. I was in danger of ranking down, and it's just not working. I don't know what it is. I feel like Goblin Bikers are good enough to get into Master. I keep seeing all these images from people on Twitter or Blue Sky. They're like, here's my list. I got up into Master in the first week. And I don't know how they did it. I feel like I got a good handle on it. I feel like I got a good handle on the meta. I've got a lot of experience with this game. Maybe I'm just getting unlucky. Maybe those people are lying. Maybe I'm just bad at the game. Maybe I've lost my touch. I don't know. You can tell me down in the comments. All I know is we've got about 4 hours left to get into Master, and it's probably not going to happen. But that doesn't mean we won't struggle valiantly against the hands of fate. And specifically, I asked chat, because chat is here, I'm actually putting them on screen. You could say hello, chat. But I asked them what they would like to see. The last couple streams, we've been working with a very sweaty version of the deck, for lack of a better term. We had Millenium in there, we had Fiendsmith. There were still Goblin Bikers, but it felt like we rarely got to that package. That is probably the best version of the deck, the one that has the highest chance of getting us into Master, but it also barely felt like Goblin Bikers. I was like, do you want me to use the best version, really see if I can push it into the final rank? Or do you want me to just go back to pure Goblin Bikers, just showing off Gabonga and the things that it can do? And after the poll, they decided they would rather have pure Goblin Biker. So that's how we're going to end things off. This may not be the best version of Goblin Biker. In fact, I'm pretty sure there's some ratios and cards in here that are not optimal in the slightest. But it's the version of Goblin Biker that I like playing. It's the fun version of Goblin Biker. The one that has a lot of resources, that can extend forever, that can do neat tricks with like Ghost Ogre and emergency teleport, that goes up into the full armored Ixie package. And so that's what we're going to try to do. I don't care about getting into Master, we're gonna try, but I just want to get some more fun duels in, some interesting interactions, and see if I can really show off the fun of this deck before we have to call it a night. So here's Goblin Biker Mark 7, jumping into Diamond. Another day, another duel. I've got a Balatro ass hand, and I'm feeling like a fool. Oh, hello, Kashtira. I will use one Imperm on the Unicorn, because I don't like Unicorn, and then we will save the other one for, our turn, in case they manage to go full combo anyway. Oh! Scareclaw! Now I'm scared, chat. Sent the Ogre. Set 2. Unicorn pass. Kicking some ass. Why even waste it, chat? We've got so much extension. Let's just do that. Then we special summon the Terratop. Plus, we get to draw a free card. Comment in the comments if you like free cards. That is not Imperm. Draco Utopian Aura. Alright. Normal summon. Activate. Activate. Rank 3s out the wazoo. I got a 3. I got a 3. They knew the 3s were coming, and they didn't want to have any part of that, baby. Sometimes 2 Imperm is all you need when you're playing against Stun. Joe, you don't know that was Stun. They didn't show you any floodgates at all. How would you possibly... No one plays Draco Utopian Aura unless they're on Stun. Well, I guess this is more of a Kashtira. Never mind, you know? You think you know stereotypes, and it turns out you're wrong. I mean, they were playing, you know, Solemn Judgment, Solemn Strike, Draco Utopian Aura, Super Poly, Macrocosmos, but they didn't have, like, a barrier statue. This is still more of a Kashtira deck than anything. Slumber party, but ain't no sleep. Gonna get my claws up on them feet. Putting my paws up on them stompers. Better wear socks or I'm gonna go bonkers. Ooh, show me what them feet do. Fuck. One piggy went to market, but they all getting sucked. Goddamn. Alright. Terror Top. Perfect. We're up against set 3 pass. Slightly over 40 cards. We've got the ability to stop one hand trap or adjacent thing. We getting our Taka Taka Taka. Special summon. Yeah. If they have Daruma, I gotta try to play this smart. I can't just put everything onto the field. Alright, it's Labrynth. Defense, and then it comes back. And then they summon it again. Yep. In defense, good, good. I don't have to use another Fortune Tune. I was worried if they had a trap that destroyed me and also something that, like, if they summon this in attack, then I'd be screwed. Alright, trap trick. They're trying to play a trick on me. We're gonna see the Daruma. Yeah, you magnificent bastard! I read your book! Transaction rollback. Ah, they're like, go ahead and Zeus me. See what happens. Main phase 2? Oh, okay. Let's go. Okay, good. Very good indeed. Then what I can do is, as someone pointed, we'll use Doug Charger's effect. I don't know why people think that the bird is unaffected by cards. It can't be destroyed by battle or card effects. That's unfortunate. We'll see. We at least gotta try it. Let's use this. We're gonna get Foxy Tune. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna make the SP with something else on board. So we can SP, use the effect, and force them to use the rollback now or lose it. So we have to use this. You and you. Yeah, maybe using the big welcome to get a maid would have been the better idea. So we get these two back, and then we just gotta hope these two cards in their hand don't do a whole lot. Alright, that's a good sign. Ooh, I'm tracking them. Yeah, we use this. Okay, we're gonna get the Royal Doug. Let's use Doug. We're gonna detach one of these, it don't matter which. We're gonna use this. Yeah, we're gonna get this. We have enough for game, so I think we just go for game here, and then they have to use whatever they might have. We attack with the Gabonga first to set up for Zeus. And they surrendered! There we go! Masterful play! Who says I'm not good at this game? I can read Labrynth like you wouldn't believe! Begun, the hand trap wars have, apparently. Hello, Fiendsmith. Hello, Lurie. Wave high, King Caesar. Wave high. Oh, is that it? That all we got? I thought there were going to be a lot more. Special summon Terror Top. Get Taka Taka Taka. Okay, Taka on board. I think we want to go for Big Gabonga right away, because if we can get to a, like a Doug, we can detach from the Caesar. Actually, if we can get to the other thing, we can absolutely... Never mind, we ain't getting to Doug anymore. Okay. Oh yeah, they get to do this. Okay, so they do the Requiem, they get back the Lacrima, Lacrima sends the Trap. One of the normal special summons you can ban, yeah, so they can send one, but they can't stop the Zeus from resolving. Think. Top. Now we just gotta hope this isn't exactly in perm, but I mean, it probably is. But if it's not, we've just walked with this. Or at least gotten a pretty good thing. Okay. Veilard! Alright, Xiamen. I can't add. We tried. One for one. What deck plays one for one? Haven't seen Naturia in a while. Yep, nothing I can do about that. Plant. Release! Alright. You're in my opening hand every day. We have to do this while we control nothing. Okay, so they get back that. We get that. They get 2 monsters. Sunflower. Monster effect. Okay. So we special summon this. I think we make the bug. Another flower. Hello. It's me. Do we just try to attack here? We killed it. We got 2 Zeuses. Might as well. Hello. The Zeus caboose is on the loose. Alright, we blast him. And now we reveal our full power. Behold, Douglas the Charger Rodriguez. No one charges like he does. We'll get this. We'll send this off. Special summon 1 goblin from your hand. Okay, can be any goblin. Mean Merciless. We're going wild. Yeah, because I need to get that into the graveyard at some point. And now, ladies and non-ladies, may I introduce you to Big Gabonga! Let me get the studio applause in there. Yeah, I gotta get Doug. Yeah, I should have gotten Boom Mock. Yeah, we need to get Clatter in the graveyard, so we go for this. Draw a card. Maybe it'll be Boom Mock, chat. No, but that's still pretty good. I think we still go to SP. If nothing else, if they happen to be sitting on like a Nibiru, then we're set. Then we set. Then we set. Then we set. End phase. Goblin Bikers going wild. Mean Merciless activated the graveyard? No, but I didn't have a way to get it into the graveyard. Or I did, but I needed to get Boom Mock. I forgot that I thought I normal summoned Doug. They're taking the Gone Wild. That's fine. That's why I attached the other one. Now I just wait for them to get another card on the field. Okay, so we gotta do this now. Let's go ahead. Just get the other one out. Now they got two things, so we can detach the Gone Wild. Summon. Chain Links ahoy! You get to send. You get to summon. I get to attach. I get to attach. I get to summon. Yeah, let's just go straight for Doug. That way if they do have a called by or something, we don't play directly into it. So we go Doug. Goblin Biker says we gobble. Gabonga gobbles. No imperm. Yeah, I don't mind them just having this when they don't have anything else they can do with it. And then Douglas gives me a trap for next time. Let's just... Okay. There is no next time. Oh, I'm ranking up. I might have a chance to rank up. But I'm just going back into Diamond 4, where I've spent most of this climb. It's hard to feel like the surge of the goblin flowing through you when I'm just trying to get back to where I once belonged. I'm like JoJo in his prime. Good, I'm glad. I'm glad I didn't do anything for that, because nothing happened anyway. Back in fucking Diamond 4. Sure, why not? Hold up, I think we can beat this. Stand by. I think not. I have an imperm for you. There you go, nice and tasty. Nice and tasty in the bun. Eat it up and yum yum yum. I think we can get rid of one called by, right? How about no? How about no? I don't think we can get rid of the other called by. I'm so paranoid. They've got something they can activate, and I don't like it. Get rid of the call by. Worried about extension. Get this. It's an imper. No, it's the trap. Why can't I? I can only summon. Okay. It's fine. It's fine. Now that I think about it. Let's do this. Draw a card. Hopefully it's a level 3. There you go. Ask and you shall receive. Let's get the trap. Let's just do this. Dark Knight Lancer. Nibiru. Alright. See, I learned, chat. Why would they nib there? I think they're under the mistaken belief that I used my normal summon. And I did not. Go, Doug. And then they can preparations. Bring back that. That kind of sucks. Yeah, let's get this. Yeah, we're fine. What are they gonna do? Hit it with Fogging You? Go ahead. Let's get Boom Mock, just to be safe. You magnificent bastard! You don't know anything about Goblin Bikers! Let me break out! Let me break out! I don't wanna look like that! I don't wanna look at that, you know you make me break out! Ba-dum, 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 bum, bum. Can't make another Gabonga anyway, so we go for this. And there we go, yeah. Then we just link those two off. Sending Gone Wild to the graveyard lets me use that effect. I slurp up the nib. Or no, I slurp up the thing. I let them keep the nib. No. Either way, doesn't matter. It's over. We did it. We got it. This. I lost the coin toss and I have no hand traps. Oh wait. No, I won the coin toss. Okay, go tour guide. Let's give them a tour of hell. If they have fucking Maxi, I'm gonna be a little steamed. I'm gonna be a steamed ham. But we've learned that I can't just wait around and bet on the Maxi. I have to try to go as fast as I can. Give me my mean. We gotta be merciless. Actually, let's do this. I don't think that they have Nibiru. Let's just draw a card. Let's deck thin the movie the game. That's a pretty good one. Let's deck thin the movie the game. 1, 2, 3, 4. So if there's a pause after this, they have Nibiru. Doesn't look like it. Unless they're just holding down. Which they could be. Let's use our extra normal. Let's summon the wheel. Let's go big Gabonga! Cowabonga, 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 cowabonga! Back into Diamond 3, ba-bum bump! The fuck? Okay. Alright, go in second, but we open with the Maxi and also the Armored Ixie again. You can someone special summon this. Sure, I'll pick a card. I have not had to play against the Metalmorph stuff yet, but it looks like the Maxi resolves, so we'll get at least one card. Maybe two if we're lucky. I don't know what any of this does. Making me read. Tribute one monster, special summon one from your hand or deck and equip it. Okay. Boom Mock. Black eyes, full metal, red eyes, red man. Method man. Maxi. What if they negate this with this? Can they do that? I know they got a negate. I'm so sorry, friend. Wait, let me double check this. You can negate the activation, inflict damage, yeah. The Maxi for 1 proved out to be very, very critically important because it gave me the second Called by the Grave. He who activates Maxi first wins last. Granted, I don't know what the rest of this does. Each effect, you can reveal this in your hand, okay. We start with this. Please no Asher in perm. Please no Asher in perm. Oh, hold up. Let's Big Gabonga. Activate this. Okay, they got something, I just don't know what it is. Okay, let's activate this. We're gonna detach the Merciless. I use this. Go for Grand Bash. We activate the Grand Bash. Then we summon this without tributing because we control all goblins. Use this effect. Clatter effect. Get Merciless. I'm about to have a bunch of big goblins. Okay, it was called by. That is unfortunate, but I think we're still fine. Using these two. So we get the IP. Then this activates. Oh, this does target, but I can target the spell trap. We're gonna grab this, equip it to Gabonga. Now you don't have the protection. So when we use this on the Gabonga, we can detach, summon Boommock, and then Gabonga eat your dragon. You've been gobbled, Red Eyes! Metalmorph in hell! Go Boommock! Go Doug! Go Ip! And finally, Big Gabonga! Attack for game! Woo! Victory Screech! And with that, ladies and non-ladies, we've reached the conclusion of this episode. In the end, I was able to make it into Diamond 3 with Goblin Bikers, which, is just a damn shame. Like, I knew they weren't going to be the strongest deck, but I thought they were stronger than this. And, I mean, supposedly they are. Over the course of this month, several people have sent me lists that claim to get into Master 1 in just a few days. And while it's possible that all those people were lying, I like to at least try to give people the benefit of the doubt. So, maybe I just played terribly. Maybe all of my lists were awful. Maybe I had really bad luck. Or maybe this format in particular is just really bad for Goblin Bikers. Or maybe Big Gabonga has already been power crept despite the fact that it came out less than a year ago. Hard to say, hard to leg. Could be some combination of all of those factors. You'll have to let me know what you think down in the comments. Either way, it's worth noting that I do like Goblin Bikers. It's really fun for an Ixie archetype, and I like that they gave it some neat anti-Ixie strategies. Seems like something that would be really fun to play in an Ixie-heavy format, and I'll be curious to see how it performs once Ryziel makes its way into Master Duel. For now, though, it's both the end of the month and the end of the episode, so let's take a moment to look back over our statistics for May 2025. I ended up playing 107 duels with Goblin Biker and made it to Diamond 3. We won 52 of those duels and lost 55, which gives this deck an overall win rate around 49%. I went through 7 builds this month before ending on the 50 card pure build behind me, which contains 13 common cards, 19 super rare cards, and 33 ultra rare cards. I spent 11,000 gems on this month's deck, which would cost about $159 if you bought them all at the store at the standard price. Finally, all of this would not have been possible without 415 awesome patrons who help support the channel. 30 of those patrons donated $25 or more this month, so I'd like to take a moment to thank them personally. Their names are Chris, the resident RDA enjoyer, Cat Monarch, Shadow 1317, Chris W, ya boy Slurp, Barbarians Are Us, Blue Eyes White Dragon, Boo Hoo Bundy, Clockswork, Davon Crushin, Default Titan 97, Dancing Joker, Dude Blade X, Emperor Lelouch, Girgiano XG, Guy Nathaniel, the Agron Overlord, Hambone, Ingame Magnus, it's Katsu, JJ Squirtle, Koro, LK Sun, Matt, MBT Yugioh, Nathan, Sanguine Strawberry, Shamadam, Tengen Toppin Bob Ross, Viscount Billy Esquire, and Wildcard Jr. 2. If you'd like to join them, the Patreon link is just down below in the description. $1 gets you on my Discord, $25 gets your name in the credits, and for $10, you can help me decide what deck I play next month. Speaking of which, the poll has already been done, and next month we're playing Argo Stars. But not only that, but it's Jankmas in July, which means we're starting over at Bronze on the Jank account, which means Argo Stars should actually have a chance. If you want to watch this live, you can check me out over at twitch.tv/Hardleg Gaming, where I stream all my duels, link down below. Otherwise, until next time, good luck, and have fun.